Good morning, everybody. It's your boy Nerdicane. I am here again with Nerdicane et Jr. We're talking about episode 2 of Masters of the Universe, an episode that I call McGuffin Quest. First thing, I'm sorry. I missed something yesterday when I did the one about episode 1. When Sorceress came back and stopped time and was holding time, she said, I came back to see you. Yeah, exactly. You remember it. She said, I came back to see you, Teela. Further evidence that this show is about Teela. That's all I'm going to say about episode 1. I also forgot to say that Beastman's design is great. That's an excellent design. And even when you see him later in the show, because I think I've watched up to the 3rd episode now, it's still really good. But anyway, we're going to get to episode 2, which I call the McGuffin Quest. This is the episode that introduces Andra, who is an engineer. She's apparently a brilliant battle engineer, which a lot of the people who were negatively reactive to the spoilers in the show, you know, they said, okay, this is Teela's girlfriend. I don't think that's Teela's girlfriend. I don't think Teela, like I said in the last episode, I think Teela was kind of in love with Prince Adam, and now she's mad because Adam kept the secret, and I think that's how it's going to play out, because that's just very 2021 how it's going to play out. But I think the end of the show, spoiler, this is actually, it's not a spoiler, it's just my opinion. How the show is going to end, Adam is going to become the king, because I think Randor is going to sacrifice himself somehow, in sort of an echoing of, you know, Randor wouldn't have sacrificed himself if he didn't think that He-Man was ready to become king. Adam's going to become king. Teela is going to take the power sword because she's basically going to reforge the power sword. She's going to be She-Ra. I don't know what you call that character. Maybe they're going to come up with a new thing. I don't know. And then Andra is going to become Man-at-Arms because she's an engineer. She makes weapons. That's how I think this is going to play out. But anyway, this one is a mysterious quest given to Teela and Andra to go get a McGuffin chalice. Now, it's kind of interesting what they're doing with the McGuffin chalice, because you go to see Triclops. He's sort of started his own cult with Trapjaw. It's a cult that's moved away from magic. It's all about technology now, and they're having people drink motor oil, I guess it's motor oil, from the cup, and that turns him into a half-human, half machine, and it looks really horrible and really painful. But that's, you know, he's kind of building his own army and creating his new quote-unquote religion. Well, it is a religion. They're treating it like a religion, away from magic. And that's sort of a natural evolution, because magic is draining from the world. So they have a bit of a flashback with He-Man and Teela on an adventure, and then basically it's the most common setup for something that I knew as soon as I saw the old woman, you know, requesting Teela go to do something for her quest. I was like, okay, that's somebody in disguise. And towards the end, you find out, yes, that is Evelyn in disguise, and she needs the McGuffin chalice for... I really don't think... It's really hard. This is a really forgettable episode, because nothing really happens as far as... It's an introduction. There's not a whole lot of character progression. It's world building. It's introduction of Andra. And then you get to the point where it's like, oh, hey, I'm really Evelyn, and we got to go to this mysterious place that I'm going to pay you double for, and once again, I'm not going to tell you. Right then and there, a rational person like Teela, who's away from magic, would have said, no, bye, you can either tell me or I'm not going to go. So she probably would have used her leverage in the situation a little bit better, but she didn't, because they needed to get the central person in the story to the cave of magical, wondrous stuff, and that's where you go. You find out a little bit more about the world building, and she gets the quests that she has to go to hell and then heaven, which I'm probably going to comment in a later episode, because I haven't watched past 3, and I can already see what's going on in the story, what's going to happen in the story. I really haven't listened to too many spoilers. I've listened to other people's opinion on this. Yeah, episode 2 largely forgettable. It's one of those things, you have to do it. It's one of those bridge stories that, you know, you get the heroes together, you introduce who you need to introduce, and you kind of get them moving in the right direction. But not a whole lot going on. Once again, it still looks gorgeous. When you start to see Evelyn, Lena Headley, is that her name? Lena Henley? Cersei from Game of Thrones. She's doing a brilliant job voice acting. I fear she may be typecast as the fantasy world bitch, because that's kind of like Evelyn. You can see bits of Cersei in Evelyn when she's doing the voice, especially when she's insulting somebody. But it was fun to see. I you know, Cersei was a fun character, and she was people loved to hate her so much, and that was what made the character very good. And I think the casting was very good too. I can't remember if it was this episode or the other one. I didn't realize Evelyn was so old. I thought she was like maybe mid-30s, but you know, when she takes her helmet off and you see long gray hair, or I don't know if they're doing silver or gray, but I'm like, oh wow, she's actually a lot older than I thought she was. But yeah, that was the revelation for me in this one. Yeah, largely forgettable. When I started this, I had to go back and just kind of skim through the episode, because when I started this video, I started it one time and I kind of went, oh, what happened? What? Because I'm confusing things that happened in the third episode with things that happened in the second episode, and that's not good. But that's all I got for this one. It's hate watch at this point. Like I said in the last episode that I did, there could be a good story here, but they've allowed a little too much of 2021 to get in the way. But that's all I got for this one. You guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. You guys hit a like and subscribe. And, yeah, have a good day. Bye.